So for the EHT planner, I've sorted it into the department order. So you've got the selling coach, the tech support, the fitted kitchen, small and cook shop, large electrical, utility, the shop floor. The reason why I put shop floor is I couldn't find the location for these 3 people. So if you know what department they belongs to, if you can just put them back into that department. I'll show you how. So find the location that you want to insert. So let's just say I want to insert just around this position. Insert a line. I want to copy this one, select the entire line, Control C, and find the location, Control V, or just paste. And now you can go back and delete this, because otherwise you'll get a duplication. Delete the entire line. So for the main tab is exactly the same process. You find the location where you want to insert a line, insert it, right click, insert a line, and then you just copy the actual line that you wanted to move and then paste it here, and then you just delete. So that's how you move people around the planner. The original file you had, you used the first name only, but I couldn't find these names, contractual hours that I was given, so I just left it blank. So there's a total of about 4 or 5 people I couldn't find the rota to. So as you can see, I actually left the formulas still on here. So if you actually input the data on the master, this will still read it. I have been looking at how you set out your paper bridges, and I think this page is actually quite good because you can see what everybody's doing on one page. So I have taken the same idea and produced a tab which looks like this when you print it out. So it's on one page and you have got different columns for different areas. So this tab is called the bridge sheet tab, and the only 2 buttons that you should be pressing is number 1 to choose the month that you want to work with, and then number 2 is to select the actual date. And when you actually do that, all the formulas will read the name and deposit what they're doing on that day. So which means you don't really need to do very much. All of these rota time is reading what you have on the main tab, which means that you do not type straight into the rota time. You will break formula. So for example, if I just type in somebody sick, and if I just go ahead and choose other days, and everybody around this person will change, but this person will always be sick, and that is because we have broken the formula. The formula is here. So everything that is above it, below it is governed by formula, and this is just a word sick. So if you notice somebody have overtyped in the formula, what you do is you click on a cell which you know have got a formula, and you can just use the mouse at the bottom corner and drag down. That way you will replace the formula back in. Whatever changes to rota, it should always be written in the main. So this is your main tab. So if somebody's sick, just type it in the correct location, and all the other tabs that you see is actually reading from this page. So here you will have the opening and closing for this column, and the small electrical is for the small electrical part, and then you got the cook shop, which is just below it. I've got the selling coach just down here, and then the till bank just down here. On the bottom corner you have got different notices. Do not type into these cells, because these cells is reading from a tab called the notes, and in the notes tab, if you just find the correct date just down here, and you find the topic that you wanted to write about, and that particular box that you saw will read the data that you have written. So for example, on the 4th of October, I just put ABCD. It will find 4th of October, and it will just look down here, ABCD, and the day before that, on the 3rd of October, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So please do not type it into these cells, because it is actually governed by formulas. So if you type into it, you'll break the formula and it won't work anymore. So lastly, all these names is interchangeable between departments, because for your small electrical and your cook shop is actually grouped together. So I don't know who should work in where. So you see on the name box, you have got a little arrow, and then you can choose a person's name, or you can actually just type it straight in, and then it will shortlist some people's name for you to select. So literally you can actually just delete the set of names and do everything again if you want, because I really don't know who work where, because I'm just going by the master tab. So it's actually quite easy, because once you select the name, the formulas just here will start to read what they're doing on the 3rd of October. You have got one page that read the entire 2 years of rotas, this page, which means if you want to make it super easy and quick for you, you just make sure you have the correct name in the correct location, and you can just print it out every day. And if people are sick or on holiday, it will just show up as sick and holiday on here.